There's water on the table, so I can give you a glass. So, dear candidates, and dear parents, friends, and family of the candidates, on behalf of the Maastricht University, and particularly on behalf of the Faculty of Health, Medicine, and Life Sciences, I would like to all be welcome and feel welcome here in the St. Jan's Church to this very special meeting of the Board of Examiners. This meeting is very special because the only purpose of the meeting is to present our new master candidates with their certificates, to congratulate them, and to celebrate their great achievement. I would also like to welcome everybody who could not be present today in person, but may be following us online. My name is Tanja Erdem, and I'm the Vice Chair of the Board of Examiners. So this session is organized in the St. Jan's Church, and that is a church that is more than 800 years old. And since 1632, it's the Protestant Church of Maastricht, and we're very grateful to the Reformed Council to make it possible to have this very festive environment for this ceremony today. So today, 26 students in this session will graduate from the Master of Health Education and Promotion. And first, I would like to introduce and welcome two people here to my right side. Dr. Francine Schneider, who is the overall program director of this master's program. And I would also like to welcome Professor Steff Kremers, professor of the prevention of obesity and the vice dean of our faculty. And so since this meeting is a formal meeting and an official meeting, I gotta open it officially with a gavel. So with this ceremony is opened. And first I would like to give the floor to Dr. Schneider, who will start the ceremony with a welcome note to all of us.
Okay, I'm going to do this using a paper. You know that I normally always improvise, but there are so many things I would like to say to you, so I'm going to use my paper. First of all, of course, I would like to warmly welcome you to this session, the final official moment we will have as a HEP team together. In addition, I would also like to welcome all parents, all relatives, all partners, all close friends of our graduates. It is very special that you are also able to join us here as well and celebrate together after these strange and challenging couple of months. And of course, last but not least, and I don't know, there are the cameras, I would also like to welcome the people following the live stream. It's a pity that you cannot be here in face-to-face, but yeah, you know what it's like to do it online, so that's not new for you. Dearest HEP students, my dearest HEP students, I must honestly say that I was, and at the moment I notice I'm still extremely nervous for this speech. And even though speaking to you is not new to me at all, and it's also something I got quite comfortable with over the past year, and for some of you even years, words cannot describe how happy I am to see all of you here physically in the same location and all of you together. That's something special. And it was a special year. What a ride it has been. And it's also impossible to give a speech like this to all of you without mentioning the COVID word, even though I would like to sort of delete it. It's not possible. And a lot of negative aspects of this crisis have been mentioned, will be mentioned in the future, not only on a global level, but also on a national level, but also on the micro level of this HEP program. And I must honestly say that it really makes me sad that some of you never got the full Maastricht experience. Some of you never got a chance to visit our campus. Some of you never had the chance to meet our HEP team, which is quite an awesome team. And most importantly, we never had a chance to get together with the entire group for both formal but also informal activities. All the HEP drinks that we used to have, they were simply not possible. And that is something that makes me sad. And I can promise you, I would have given anything in the world to make all these experiences possible for you, because this is why you do a master program in a city like Maastricht. And I was always raised by my parents with the idea that education is the best gift that you can receive in life. And having the feeling that you might have not received the best possible education during this master year from us in this challenging COVID year was something that kept me awake for quite some nights during the last year. And now I know that it might feel like this speech is getting a negative tone, like the year that we shared together was suboptimal, or that it was a lost year. But when I took some time to reflect, and I do that more often now I get older, and also when I look at all of you at this very moment, then I can only conclude that it wasn't a lost year. It wasn't a lost year at all, and to be honest, it is my last year actually coordinating this program. But you were actually also the best year. And this is not something I actually say every year. But it was by far what I had envisioned it to be, but it was really the best year possible. And why, you might wonder? Well, even though we were almost all the time on a distance, and most of our encounters were always online, I really felt like we got to know each other. And that we also were able to sort of create the HEP community that we are always so happy with. And in addition, I think we as a team were also really impressed by your performances. The results, I think you will also see it on your grading list. I think we got the best results maybe in the years that I know. So you really did a good job. Maybe you do better when there are no distractions in life. I don't know what it's like. And also the vivid online discussions that we have, because we were all a little hesitant of online education, but I think we still managed to have interactions, to have these discussions during lectures, during all of the activities we have. And we as a team are extremely proud of your flexibility, your resilience, your intelligence, your positive attitudes, especially those. All the kind messages and encouragements that we received from you throughout the entire year, you cannot even imagine how they felt and how they made us happy. But also your positive characters and your persistence to make this the best year possible, even though it wasn't optimal. And I can honestly not thank you enough for that. You are a very special group of people. And it goes without saying that I'm also extremely proud of the HEP team that we have. And due to the restrictions on the number of people present here today, they cannot be here. But all of the coordinators, so Jessica, Lisbeth, Sonne, Rick, Patricia, Katelijne, and Steph, who is, as the Vice Dean, lucky to be here. But also all the great tutors that we have, all the trainers that we have, all the supervisors, I can tell you that they really went above and beyond to make this the best year possible for you. And they did this with the greatest pleasure and effort, of course, but they also did this in a year that was also not always easy for them. And coordinating the HEP Master is the best job in the world, I can tell you that. So if you're looking for a future job, it really is the best job in the world. And that is not only due to the great students we have, so you, but that's also due to the best team that I was surrounded with. And even though they are not here, I know that they would like to congratulate you all with this achievement as well. And this is maybe a little tacky, but even though they're not here, or although they are not here, could I maybe ask you and use this opportunity to ask for a big applause, because I really think that they have deserved this, and maybe they will see it on the live stream. Thank you. And of course, this was not only the best year on a personal note, but also it was also a good year for our field of health promotion, I can tell you. Because this crisis has made clear to everybody in the world what we, of course, already know. And that is the world needs people like you. The world needs people like us that have an expertise in health promotion. And you are a very talented group of people that knows how to understand health behavior. You know how to change this behavior. You know how to create healthy environments and healthy policies. and you know how to make all these changes sustainable. And in addition to that, and that is also really important in the current debate, you also know how to reflect on the boundaries of our field and finding your way within individual responsibility, collective responsibility. You all hear the debates that we have at the moment about COVID vaccinations and regulations and things like that. So the world really needs people like you, and you have proven to be ready for that world. So to conclude, even though it was and always will be a strange year, it's also a unique year, so that's also something that's nice. I hope that you have learned a lot and that you have enjoyed your time at our university and in our program. And I also hope that you leave us with a sound base of knowledge, perfect academic and labor skills, with the ability to think in a scientific, critical, but also creative way, and with a strong network of fellow alumni, and with good memories. But above all, I really hope that you leave us happy and satisfied and with a passion for our field. And at this point, our job is done, and it's up to you at the moment. And when I look at you, I think, and I think about the development you went through, then I can honestly say that I'm really extremely proud of you. On how much you have grown. Some of you I met actually 3 years ago, and it's great to see the progress that you made and on what you have achieved. And I'm more than convinced that you will do a perfect job and will be the best ambassadors for our field. I was asked to keep it short, 5 minutes. I have issues with time management, you know that. So I will finish with my final congratulations to all of you. Congratulations, dearest students. I wish you the best day today, and be sure to celebrate this milestone with all your peers, families, and relatives and friends. You have all deserved these celebrations. So good luck, all the best for your futures, and the biggest applause possible for you.
Thank you, Francine. Thank you for that inspiring and invigorating speech. And so I would like to continue now with the actual graduation. And before I do that, I want to explain the procedure a little bit to you. I will call the name of the candidate, and then I will present you with the certificate. Then you walk over to Francine. In between, you get a box congratulations from Steff. From Francine, you will receive a rose, and then at the end of the podium here, our photographer will take your picture with the certificate. Yeah. After that, you can go back to your chair. In between, we have some intermezzos. So we have a speech or an address by Aris Kühner, the student ambassador. And by this, by the way, I would like to ask our great team of organizers, maybe Muriel or Danielle. Ari had asked for some water. So if that would be possible, that would be great. Thank you. And then we'll close the ceremony with a address, little speech by Professor Kremers. And if we have time, then we might be up for a little musical treat. So hopefully that is possible. So I would like to now start with the first group of students, and I would like to mention one thing especially, because in the session we have 4 candidates that finished their study with distinction. That is a fantastic achievement. The general order of graduation will be in alphabetical order, and we will start with our cum laude, we'll call that cum laude, our students with distinction. Also in alphabetical order, I believe. So first, I would like to call Emma Notenbaum. Congratulations, Emma. Thank you. Foto. careful when you take the picture that you're not falling off the podium. That is my, no, not so far, but it's my greatest fear. So the second cum laude graduate master is Helena Osterom. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Then cum laude Diane Scholte. Congratulations. And cum laude Evi Vlasak. Congratulations, Evi. Sera Aslan. Kim Beckers. Charlotte van Beek. Laurien Brauner. Fleur Dekker. Margot De Serrano. Anouk Driessen. Eva Focking. Rezon Geb Remariam. Linda Gorges. So now we're going to have our first little intermezzo. So Aris Kühne, the student ambassador, will address you in a small speech. Aris.
1, 2, okay. Yes, so it's nice to see so many of you, some of you for the first time in person. I'm also a bit nervous. You're not the not the only one, Francine. Yeah, I want to bring you maybe 1 year before. I remember some of us were feeling maybe a bit lost, a bit uncertain, because being in the middle of the pandemic and also moving to a new place or starting something new, like the study, can be overwhelming. At the same time, I remember a year ago feeling some sort of belonging, and that I was not the only one that was really passionate about health and health promotion, helping people to behave healthier and making this world just a little bit healthier in total. So I'm sure that the people who chose to be here or chose this master really wanted to do it, and that didn't leave this whole pandemic stop them or discourage them. So this shows determination and not wanting to give up and really being proactive. And I'm not sure if there's a model for it, but I'm sure those are some determinants for success, and that's why you're all here. Also, maybe I want to mention some things I really loved about the program. One is that we all have all these different backgrounds and we come from all these different places. And I think this is one of the things that makes this program unique, that whenever we discussed a specific topic, you were able to see all these different perspectives and simultaneously learn something as a small bonus, let's say. Also, what I really enjoyed was that we were in this pandemic and you can't do anything about that, but we, or the teachers, really made use of it, and we used examples on health behaviors that were associated with the pandemic, like social distancing or wearing a mask, but also with health problems that were more relevant during this time, like mental illness, mental health actually, or maybe both, also loneliness, and also I really enjoyed that we had this sort of freedom to choose what we were interested in. And yeah, I'm sure there's so many other things you were thinking probably of something different also. But yeah, I don't want to boredom you, yes. I just wish you all the best of luck, and I'm proud to see you all here to this new chapter of your life, whatever you choose it to be. And last but not least, I want to thank all the teachers, and especially Francine, for making this year really special, especially for me as well, and I'm sure for you. And yeah, thank you for making this, and being so proactive and always positive. Yes.
Thank you, Aris. Thank you very much. So we'll now continue with the actual ceremony and the graduations. So next will be Maaike Keizers. Pauline Klingenstein. Floor Leverink. Magdalena Meergraaf. Anouk Muizenberg. Klaas Nonhepel. Freda Oho. Christine O'Neill. Christina. Eline Overboom. Je moet je diploma andersom. Jules Peters. En Judith van der Bosch. So your parents got a taste of the international flair of this university with a German vice chair of the Board of Examiners, so I hope I pronounced all your names correct. If I didn't, that was not on purpose, I assure you. So congratulations to all of you, and next I would like to give the floor to Professor Kremers for a short speech.
Yes. Thank you, Tanya. I put this a bit higher. That's what I always need to do when I speak. Well, this is really great to see. And it's actually the very first time that I see you without this Zoom frame around you. And it is actually for most of you the first time that you see each other without a Zoom frame and the name in the right bottom, which might be handy at some points to have a name, because of course this is the very first time that you actually really see each other without the name in the frame. But you know, there's lots of time after this ceremony to speak to each other and really actually meet each other, because this is really something that you have missed. I'm very certain about it, and it's also something that we have missed as teachers a lot. I know that this has been a hard year for you, and that's why it's even greater that you have achieved this goal of getting your certificate at this day. I think your task was greater than any other group of students of ours has had. So this is an achievement that is, I think, well worth mentioning, and it deserves an extra applause for this group. And it's really well deserved. And Aris, there is a model for it, by the way. Yeah, that explains the difficulty that we've had in this year. You may remember self-determination theory. Yes, self-determination theory. Well, I'm a lecturer, so let's lecture for a short moment, So self-determination theory actually explains why we do the things we do, and when we do it with an intrinsic motivation, or let's say a really high-quality motivation, or when we have troubles executing our behaviors with high levels of motivation. That's self-determination theory, and it's based on 3 basic human needs that have been thwarted somehow in the past year for you. 3 basic human needs. The first one is the need for autonomy. So we all have, as human beings, we have a need for autonomy. We want to be the director of the movie of our own life, right? And this has been hard for you because you were controlled by the virus. You should stay at home. You couldn't come to the university. There was hardly any autonomy there. So you had to find your own ways in doing it, and find, within the limits that you had, the autonomy there. The second one is a need for relatedness. So we want to be related to other people. We want to find ourselves among other people. This is why it's so great to be together here today, but this has been a difficulty for you throughout the year, right? So this need has been thwarted as well. And the third one is the need for competence. And there is the one I think you have managed to satisfy that need at least. So maybe the context, maybe the surroundings, the circumstances has led you to be even more in the books and more online, studying for your exams, etc. And trying to satisfy this need for competence. We want to get better in life. We want to learn things. And I think this is really what you did very well. And I think by satisfying this need for competence, you have more or less compensated for the lack of satisfaction of those 2 other basic human needs. So I think this is the way that we have done it, that we have managed ours to get through this challenging year that we had, and you all did magnificent. I said it was going to be short, so I will, because I would not like to be the one to keep you away from the musical surprise that we have, because you may or may not know that Eline has some kind of talent in the musical area, and she has actually written and studied a song for today, right? And she wants to perform that song for you. So, Eline, the floor is yours, and let's welcome her with a great applause.
You need a microphone, Eline, or are you just doing it?
I can just do it over here because I think I'm
I wrote this song, and it's about how needed we are in the world today, but always basically, and it tells you a little bit about what you've learned and why you are so important. So that's why I want to sing it to you. I can stay here, but I can also sing it over here, just a little bit more.
You'll be your
It's
background.
also nice as a background. The circle is really round now because the first time I met you, you also had the same instrument at the open day, and you also made music. That was the first meeting I had with you. So to close the circle, it's really nice that.
I am going to sing you something today. So welcome, undergraduates. Please listen to my plea. I wrote for you this song on why you're so greatly needed. So please relax, sit back while I present you your CV. In this song I wrote you in this catchy melody. You can brainstorm one meeting or a day. You could write more stories so that people can relate. You could write reports and reviews and send them ASAP. You can put all the steps together so that people will remember, and they can learn the skills they need. Like a tree we grow with each experience we learn. We get bigger, we get stronger, richer in culture and in mind. Let's grow together and live a healthy life. We all started out in different routes, got a bachelor degree. She's our masters to prevent, rather than cure. Now promotion is a calling, education is what everyone needs. Communication and connection with first seeds. So let's unite the world through music, so people can learn the skills they need. Like a tree we grow, with each experience we learn. We get bigger, we get stronger, richer in culture and in mind. Let's grow together and live a healthy life. Whether it's for prevention, whether it's sincere, whatever the world needs, you will present the ideas. So let's grow together. Let's grow. Let's grow together. Let's grow. Let's grow together and live a healthy life. Let's grow together. Let's grow. Let's grow together. Let's grow. Let's grow together and live a healthy life.
Absolutely fantastic, Elina. You gotta email me your tour dates. I really loved this. Very good. Awesome. So, we've come to the end of the session, in which 26 candidates have received their master diplomas. Before we end, I have just a few more important points. So, although we checked your information with great care, it's always possible that there is an error. So please double check your certificate, check your name, check your grades, and if you find any mistakes or anything missing, then please contact the Board of Examiners. In about 3 weeks, a link to the pictures that were taken today will be sent to your email account by the Alumni Office. It was a great pleasure for me to be one of the first ones to congratulate our new masters. I would like to also congratulate your parents, your family, with that great achievement. You can be very proud of all our candidates here. And I imagine that you can't wait and are eager to congratulate him or her yourself. So therefore, after the ceremony, I invite you to Café Soirant at the Vrijthof for a reception. During the reception, there will be a photographer with with a Polaroid camera, and we'll take pictures. So all of you get a card, and during the reception you can choose 2 of those Polaroid photos to take home with you and put those on the card. That photographer is also open for requests in case you want to have a certain picture taken with a supervisor or with a certain group of friends. Let me think. Anything else? Yes, you have 2 vouchers in your certificates for drinks during the reception. Please don't forget your jackets if you left your jackets here. And I also wanted to remind you that after we're done here, please move on forward out so that the photographer can take a group picture of you. Yeah, towards the steps right out here. So this is the end of the meeting, and I thank you all very much for your presence, and I wish you a fantastic day. I hope you celebrate like that day deserves, and like I officially opened the meeting, I also will officially close the meeting. Have a good day. Congratulations. Towards the staircase so that we can take a group picture of you. Yeah?
Oh yeah, it's really yeah, it's so nice. Yeah.